Francis. Great work on the push press set. So we're going to move on, as we said before, now to the dumbbell lateral raises now. So this is focusing more on shoulder stability and also in line with our sport specific goals. But also balancing out the work on both sides, as we said before. Tennis is obviously quite a one-sided sport, obviously. So this is about obviously symmetry, so balance down each side, so to help injury prevention over time. So we're going to focus on the dumbbell lateral raise now. So I'll just demonstrate to start with. So we're going to use good lifting technique on the weights we've got programmed for you anyway. So we're going to grab both dumbbells, bend at the knees, foot back. Like we would do a deadlift or a row, we're going to extend through the spine, hips forward, lift up. Then we're going to face the mirror now. So what we're going to do, we have the dumbbells together, we have our feet sort of 10 and 1, bend the knees, shoulders pinned back, and we're going to extend the arms laterally to level with shoulder height, and we're going to bring them back down. We're only pausing briefly at the top and then coming down. What we're not trying to do is swing the arms, we're trying to use the momentum naturally from the body using our strength, so under control the whole time. Okay, then we're going to repeat that, we're going to put them down, so bend from the knees and the back, down, extend through the hips, come back. So now we're going to do a practice set with the dumbbells on your left, so the 2 kilo dumbbells. That's it. We're going to turn, step in steadily. We're going to face the mirror. So we're going to imagine our shoulders are pinned back, knees bent, and we're going to breathe out and lift the arms to the side. That's it. Using the mirror now, we're going to try and key in so we make sure our shoulders are level. That's perfect. That's really what we want to do now. Go. So do a warm-up set of 8. So slight bend in the arms. Exhaling on the hard bit, inhale on the easy bit. Keep our trunk vertical, core engaged. That's great. Lovely job there. So we're going to pause, put them down. We'll breathe rest, just loosen up through the shoulders. So we're going to imagine with this exercise that we've got a wall behind us. So our shoulders are against the wall, so we're not leaning forwards or backwards. It's just ever so slightly touching the wall, and our arms are gliding up past the wall. It helps us keep in mind what we're trying to do to keep our back level, so we end up like the shape of a T at the top, okay? So that's what we're going for. So no swinging, keeping our body posture upright and level, so chin adjacent to the floor. So we're going to go into our working set now, as we've programmed before. So extend through the hips, shoulders back, we're going to turn, and get our position. Lovely job, so knees bent, feet 10 and 1, shoulders pinned back, and 8 reps now. Good pace, breathe out. So imagine those elbows are gliding past that wall. Lovely. Really good posture, core's engaged. Great. And re-rack them when we're done. The bench, good technique. That is really good. You're really engaging that core there. I can see you working the core, keeping everything nice and rigid. Like really smooth there, your pace up and down was really good. And that's what we want to do, is that time under tension, but also control. So we're trying to avoid swinging. That's when we start to get like injuries and niggles, when we start to use improper techniques. So that's great. So it shows we're working at the right kind of weight now, which is the main thing. And we're also going to get the best results now by doing that. So it's good. Again, loads of improvements from the first week we started working together, because now you're able to keep your posture upright and stable, as before we was a bit like, obviously a bit imbalanced, which is good. And this is really going to help moving forward now for sport specific based training, really, to try and get that balance between sides. So great stuff. So again, have any water you need to, and we'll start. So does that feel about the right sort of weight for today then?
Yeah, for sure.
Good, so we're about the right sort of RPE we said about before, so again on track for the programme, which is great.
Awesome.
Cool. Right, we've got 15 seconds of time to rest.
Okay.
Key focusing on the technique again. So muscly warms up now from the push press, which leads us really nicely into this one. Okay, whenever you're ready, Francis. Excellent. Again, shoulders pinned back, knees bent, repeat 10 and 1, exhale and lift. Great stuff. Tense that core throughout, posture's lovely and vertical. Great work. Shoulders nice and level. That's good. Just keeping that chin slightly up. Lovely, there we go. Helps keep our neck and spine in line. Great stuff. So again, re-rack, turning steadily. Perfect. So grab any water we need to. Just thinking about how well we was doing there. So all those key elements you was doing there, that was a perfect set. So one more lap for the last one, then we get to move on to the next bit of fun.
Cool.
So good work. Good work.
It's definitely that last couple of reps where it really helps knowing what the cues are to maintain it, because you start to get a bit tired.
Yeah. Which is good, I mean, because that's why we want to be like challenged by the reps towards the ends. I mean, if it's really easy by the end, that's where we're kind of potentially off. So the fact that it's like getting towards challenging for the last few reps is where we're going to start to get progress. So intensity is increasing through the weeks. But so it's good that they're helping out, because that's usually the first thing that goes when we get tired is our technique starts to fail. So again, that's what we're here for, working together as a team, getting that technique right so we get the best results in that competition. That's good. So we have another 20 seconds.
That's good.
So again, get more oxygen in, breathing, relaxing, keeping our blood pressure and heart rate under control. Then we're going to go to our last working set for the dumbbell lateral raise, and then we'll move on to our cable flies. And when you're ready, we're ready to go. Okay, lovely. So same again. 1 and 11, knees bent, shoulders back. Imagine that wall's behind us. Exhale and lift. So nice and good control. So chin is level, eyes gazing forward. Make sure we keep that spine and posture correct. That's lovely. And keep your shoulders nicely pinned back at the level. Vertical upright position, staying the same throughout, so we're doing great. Great work.
Okay.
Lovely job, Franz. So we're just going to back them down. A little pause. So we're going to rest, but we're going to move on to the other set now. So with the other exercise. So we're going to walk down, and I'll follow, and then we will start to look at the cable flies. Okay. So while we're resting, what we're going to do is I'm going to demonstrate. So with the cable flies, we'll set them up for you for now, but for demonstration purposes I'll show you. So we've got the weights nice and safely to start with, programmed. So we're going to have right hand over left, then left hand over right. So we're cross hands over now. To make it safe, we're going to take a step backwards. Keep the posture upright, knees bent, shoulders pinned back. Again, imagine there's a wall behind us. A slight bend in the elbows, and we're going to extend arms backwards and nudging, then our elbows are going to touch the wall behind us. We're going to exhale on the hard bit, so pulling the arms back, and inhale on the easy bit when they come down. Trying to make sure our chin stays upright level throughout. As you exhale, hands come back, and they come down. Good. So I'll just make sure these are adjusted properly to your weight, which they are. So we're going to have about 20 seconds to rest, then we're going to do a warm-up set, and then we'll work from there.
Okay.
So again with this one, remembering the reason we're doing it is shoulder and upper back stability. So again, think about what we're doing for tennis, drawing the arm back, both sides now. So we're working both sides with a one-sided piece of apparatus. So this will help again with that kind of stability through both sides. And obviously this is in line with what we're doing moving forward. So when we're ready, we're going to start our working sets. We've warmed up sufficiently, I would say. So again, right hand over left, left over right. We're going to take a step backwards, get our knees bent, feet 11 and 1, shoulders pinned back, chin upright, Then we're going to breathe out and extend the arms backwards. Slight bend in the elbows, trying to touch the wall behind us. Lovely. Trying to draw our elbows back level to our shoulder though. That's better. Great stuff. So again, we're trying to imagine we're in like a shape of a T. So trying to make a big T at the end. Great stuff. So make sure we engage our core throughout. Again, because the weight's trying to pull us forward, so just like engaging our core to keep it level. So we're aiming for the sets of 12 here. It's a bit more like work on this one, a bit more rep range. Great work. Again, keep that chin level. Keeps our cervical spine in line. Lovely, that's perfect.
I'll be honest, I've lost count.
We have one more. Don't worry. So we work well as a team. We've got one more. Okay, and walk forward. Release one at a time. So right first, left down, lower thing, and there we go. Good, nice good breaths. Reoxygenate, get some water on board. I just think how well we did there. So we progressed throughout that, got that posture nice and light. So you look like a good old T shape there, which is what we wanted. So when our arms come in lower, we start to work slightly different muscle groups than what we're trying to do. So it's keeping those elbows in line with the shoulder range. That's what we're trying to do here to make sure we've got good shoulder stability development through this exercise. That's great. So again, we're taking 90 seconds rest between these sets.
Cool.
So we have about another 40 seconds to enjoy. That's good work. Okay, that's good though. So we're developing through the weeks of this exercise. So over time the weights will start shifting up, we'll move around the intensities around so we get a slightly different development. So we're always challenging ourselves. But importantly we're always doing a good technique, which we're doing, which is great. So yeah, not too long left. So if you need any water, please help yourself. And we will move on to the next set. There we go. But that the height of the cables feel just about right today then?
Yeah,
Cool.
they feel fine.
We can always adjust them if we need to, but they look good in line with the level with your shoulder, which is what we're looking for. The weight feels about right for the reps of 12 today?
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm happy to
Cool.
keep it on that.
Lovely job, we'll keep that where we are today then. That's great. So it's about time now, Francis, so whenever you're ready. That's it. So again, taking a step back. Slight bend in the elbows, knees bent, a little bit. 11 and 1 foot position. Shoulders pinned back. Imagine you're trying to pinch a pencil with your shoulder blades behind you. And we're trying to touch our elbows to that wall behind us. So it's super flat, that's it. Ever so slightly higher elbows. There we go, perfect. And well, we keep our chin level throughout. Yeah, using our breathing well now, it's great. Your core stability looks like on point there, nice and vertical upright posture. That's great. So from there I can see your shoulders are in line, your elbows are level with each other, just making sure we're doing good symmetry, so that's great. Excellent. It's good focus. Slight bit more of a bend in the knees now. So let's just raise and push. There we go, lovely. One more.
One more.
Good job. Great work. And again, step forward, one by one lower, so right then left. There we go, have a good rest now. Great stuff. So another 90 seconds, we've got to rest. Done really well there, that's good.
Yeah.
So again, we're starting to notice as we get towards the rep ranges, the technique should be ever so slightly, but that means we're kind of working where we need to. And that's why we need to just focus now on that last few reps of technique. So be mindful, that's where we might start to veer off now, but it's natural when we start to get tired. So this is why we can use elements like we did with dumbbell, like lateral raise for the mirrors. So these are kind of good cues and keys we can use to keep the technique good when we start to get tired. So have a drink of water if you need, and we'll make a move in a minute. We've got another minute or so just to go. But again, it's working really well. So your technique's coming on. You instantly going into the cues really well, so that's what's good. So you're paying attention to any of the stuff I'm saying, and then we're adjusting as we go while still keeping that technique What's really good though is that your core is staying like rock solid throughout, which is good. So that's where we're going to stop ourselves coming forward. So we're controlling the weight really well, which means we don't need to step and pause or losing balance. Your shoulder line symmetrical, which is where we're going to start working really well for that upper back stability for tennis. Obviously, again, one-sided sport majority, so we need to try and make sure we're getting a nice bit of symmetry around you, and obviously for injury prevention over time. So, done that really well now. So we have 10 whole seconds. So now's the time to start to think about getting ready for our grips. And in your own time, get our hand positions. There we go. So we're going to take a step back, get a bit of tension on the cables, sync our positioning, 11 and 1 foot position, shoulders pinned back, elbows trying to touch that wall behind us with a slight elbow bend. Great stuff. There we go. Just working around just to check the technique. Shoulders are level from here, that's great. Keeping that bend in the arms, that's nice. That's good. Keep your knee position pretty good. So bearing in mind we've got the last few reps where we start to lose the technique slightly sometimes. So focusing on keeping that position now. That's really good. Excellent. Good. Make sure you don't forget to breathe. Exhaling the hard bit. That's what helps keep our balance, and that's the 12 reps done. One more time. Excellent. Good. Great work, Francis. So notice at the end there, like I say, gave the cue that he was last few reps coming in. He was aware of it. This time we didn't find ourselves raising up to upward posture with like extended straight legs, which we don't want to do. Ideally, because again, you think if we're too rigid, that's when we can start to lose our balance. So again, keeping that technique rock solid throughout, which we did. We came back to it from second to third set, so we used that really well. So that's great work. So just little things to work on next time for us, but the main thing is that the technique was really good throughout, and we're showing that week by week now, which is great stuff. So we're going to have a rest, and then we're going to move on to applied metrics next.